Another druid. There's so many different druid versions playing right now. Not too bad I go second. Like when I have the coin, I really prefer to go first. It's much stronger wild growth. At least I have the wild growth. I keep the druid of the claw. Because I will be able to play it quite soon. It's one of my early game minions in this deck. But Druid of Ancient of Law is really good to have, because those cards will not allow me to get any card advantage, just to get additional mana crystals. I will also coin out a wild growth, just because I have 2. I don't wanna spend the next 2 turns, 3 turns with just playing wild growths. You never know if he's going to innovate something out. So he has also wild growth. His wild growth is much better than my wild growth, because he really gets 1 additional mana. I basically used my wild growth to go first, because I had to use the coin. But now I can play the Innovate Ancient of Law. It's really strong. I'm gonna draw cards, just to have more options always. Right now he has to use the hero ability or a Wrath for 1 damage, and the Yeti to kill my lore. If he ignores my lore, which he does, I can just kill it with the Starfall. I will do that, yeah. I could save the Starfall. This turn could have been played in many different ways. When this just forces him to use hero ability or Wrath or something, and then he can't play a big minion. He played already the Yeti, so it's pretty unlikely that he has a second one. So he might have like a Druid of the Claw, for example, or a Ancient of Lore in his hand. This is like realistic to assume. Wow, he even has to use a swipe to kill this one. So all of his turns would be weird. Like the swipe is also pretty weird. But if he had to use the hero ability, he couldn't have played the Druid of the Claw. So this is why I played the turn like that. This is like on open board, Ancient of Lore is one of the best plays a Druid has. Draw cards and develop the board with a 5/5.
Where shall I strike?
If he pushes for if he would push for damage, I would assume that he has the Forest Nature combo, just with in addition with Wild Growths. It's like another version of the Druid deck. There's again like different ways I could play this turn, but I will use the Agent Commander plus Rev. I think that's pretty strong. I want to save the life on my Ancient of Lore so he doesn't die easily to a swipe or something, even though he used already 1 swipe. This one also doesn't die to a swipe, he only dies to a spell power swipe or to a Wrath. So he uses the Wrath, so he can't play. Oh, interesting, so he has a second swipe plus the hero ability. But then I can develop the Bolt of his Ogre, which is really strong. It kills basically every card mid-range druid has. So he used both swipes, that's interesting. I always try to keep in mind every card the opponent played. I'm not playing the Mark of the Wild here, just in case he has the Black Knight. It would be absolutely devastating if he had it. I could also innovate out the Druid of the Claw. At this point I usually save it for the Faceless. I can always make a really big Faceless with the innovate. If I would draw into an Ancient of War, for example. But at this point I could actually bait out a Black Knight. That's why I'm doing it. If he has a Black Knight, he will definitely use the Black Knight here. And if I would top deck a Faceless, I would have a full life Boulder Fist Ogre, and that would make a really strong Mark of the Wild play. And the only way he could deal with that would be with big game hunters. And if he doesn't have big game hunters, he would lose the game. Even a silence doesn't do much. He would just go back to a 6-7. This is really difficult to deal with for a druid. Especially after he used both swipes. There's really not so much he can do. Oh, he plays those. Okay, no, it Faceless. Interesting. He has to use both. If I, yeah, too bad I don't play 2 Starfalls. Oh, that's actually really good as well. I will just use the hero ability, I'm not gonna waste my silence. If he has a Cairn, for example. So he had problems dealing with the 1 taunt. He might have problems to deal with this taunt as well. And that taunt I played wasn't even that big, the Druid of the Claw. He might have the Black Knight, and he wants to save it for a bigger creature, because I'm pretty sure he knows that I play a ramp deck. I kinda wanna push for damage here. I don't wanna take the damage, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the... Actually, he plays Harvest Golem, so he will play the combo. The question is only if I should play around Black Knight. Just could kill it so easy. But I really wanna push for damage. I could just swipe it and attack it, but I would drop really low on life. Does it matter though? Could silence it. I think I will silence. I still have 1 taunt left on the board. He used innovates. Yeah, I will do that. Next turn I will play the Mark of the Wild to play around the combo every turn. Alright. So we'll silence this one. I'm still left. I'm pushing for damage as I wanted. And I'm still left with 1 taunt in the field. And I cleared his board for the Savage combo. And I can taunt this one, I don't have to use taunt on my Wolf's Ogre. I mean, if I would play Mark of the Wild, he's vulnerable not just to Black Knight, but also to Big Game Hunter. I'm trying to play around as many cards as possible. And that's funny. So I have 8 damage, 9 damage. Need 2 damage. That's 2 damage.
Where shall I strike?
Will BM finish? GG. As I said, Druid, I'm favorite against the normal Druid decks just because I have bigger creature. Even like a Boulder Fist Ogre, it's not a Cairn, it's not a Sylvanas, but it does its job. And I think you could see it in this game, for example, that it's a good replacement for legendary cards. It does pretty much the same job, a little bit weaker, but still good enough. So if you don't have the cards, you can still climb to legendary without legendaries. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.